Thanks to everyone for joining the today's session. Dear learners, I'm running session online English language club on every Friday for developing your speaking skill. And today's session, today's Friday, again, I'm continuing the session. Today's topic, advantage of learning English language. Our main themes, how to develop our speaking power in English. This is our main theme and main targeting point. We are working. That's when I'm helping you. You are my students. And how can we develop our speaking power in English? Gradually, we are developing, and some students already improved, and they have been able to speak in English with their confidence, and other students are trying to develop. Understand? Okay. And again, I would like to remind you that today's topic, advantage of learning English language. Such as if you know English language, what kinds of benefits will you get home and abroad? You will try to explain from your own concept. First, I'm going to give opportunity Pauline. Pauline, are you ready?
Yes, sir. I am ready.
You can continue.
Okay, thank you, sir. So, firstly, I'll introduce myself. My name is Musa Tahi Poland. I live in the town called Goffergaon. I'm a student at grade 8 at Goffergaon Islamia Government High School. And so today, as another class, or actually another session of Spoken English Club, we have chosen the topic as, or sir has chosen the topic as the advantages of learning English. So firstly, I have to speak about the English. So English, it might be familiar with you as a global language, which is spoken over 60 countries, and 1.5 billion people use this language as a native language or as a second language for communication. So in this world, or in this earth, if you want to communicate with others, firstly you have to need English. That's the primary use of English. Why is a language used? It's used for communication and cultural communications between two different personalities or two different groups. Without that, when you want to, so firstly I will begin with travel because people like to travel. So when people want to travel in different countries, they have to use a tool or a proto tool to communicate. So it's not possible with you to communicate a distinguished part of the world with your native language because if you think Bangla is spoken by 30 lakh people and the world has 808 billion people. So in that case, your Bangla won't have an effect or the impact over the other 7 billion and 70 lakh people. So 7 billion and 70 lakh people. So in that case, when you want to speak with them, you need English. Besides that, English boosts your confidence because when you know you're better than others, when you know you have a skill, you are a skilled person. So that will make you feel better than others if you boost your confidence. Not only this, when you want to communicate with your foreigners, with another person who's more experienced and he's living in a third generation world as he's a skillful personality. So if you want to communicate him because he might be a foreign because he's a skillful person. So in that case, you would need English to actually express with him or actually exchange your ideas with him. Besides, in the fourth industrial revolution, when you want to communicate you want to present in big seminars, webinars, you need English because it might be presented internationally, globally, because the higher the scopes go, the higher you have to be skillful. And as a skillful personality, you have to know English because skills have no bounds. It can go global, it can go in your house, it can be boundless. So when you want to show your skill or show that you how much experience you are, and you want to exchange ideas internationally, you need English because it's not possible to actually exchange ideas without actually knowing the common language. Not only this, English has another uses in higher studies because if you can actually express or know how to attain your ideas in English, you can know your subjects in higher education easily. Not only this, currently we see people focusing on English more because they want to make or ensure a better career, want to get a handsome salary. Not only this, the most important part remains, it is that if you want to get a better job and a safer and healthier society in a foreign country, you need English because it is impossible, 199% impossible to actually live in a foreign country without English, but you can live without knowing, by knowing the native language. But first option is English. So this is my explanation on actually the advantages of learning English, and thank you.
Wait a moment. Okay, thank you, Pauline. Your wonderful deliberation, and you have nicely explained about the importance of learning English. There's been advantage of learning English. Day by day, English language demanding all over the country, the world are increasing. But we are living in third world country. But as a student, as a teacher, I think that we should know English, how to speak in English, and at any cost, we have to develop our skills. I have already talked more than 60 countries in the world. They are learning English. They mainly focus on how to develop their speaking power in English. In that thinking and in that arena, they are working. But on the other hand, our curriculum already revised and new curriculum mainly focus on about this topic. Many dialogues also included and activities learning focused on. It's a positive sign. But our students are not so much interested because they are not get encouraged from their surroundings. It's the main problem, I think. But you are trying to develop your situation. Only 5 students at this moment connected. And when I invite my school for joining the language club, I have found only 20 to 25 students. They are encouraged and they are interested. It's very poor situation. But they are thinking, if I would get good marks, I will be selected and I will be called by other people, best students, etc. But it's a wrong concept. I think that it's not good for the students. But you should have exceptional quality. English is one of the best quality that will make you unique to know all over the world. Understand? And uh, any subject, any topics, if you want to dominate, but besides English and accepting English language, you won't make and you won't reach your goal and you won't develop all over the country in the world. Okay, thank you. Now I'm going to give floor Anayat Kabir. Anayat, you can also add some information from your own concept, advantage of learning English language.
Okay, so thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to express myself. This is Anayat Kabir, student of grade 9 of African Islamic Government High School. So today I'm going to describe about the advantages of learning English language. So before me, my little brother Juan has already described many topics, many points. So I'll try to add something new. So English is the only language that is used all over the world. So if you go any country, you don't need to use another language or the native language of that country if you know English. And so in this time, I'm a student. So as a student, uh, most of the countries, they provide scholarships to students. But in that case, the first and the foremost thing is language skill. A few days ago, I saw a scholarship from US Embassy, and there was also language skill of English. So if you are a student and you want to go abroad by scholarship to study, you should have the language skill of English. And another point, if you know English, you can read the whole world. You can get informations of the whole world. So I'll show you some books of English. This is a book. It is integrated chemistry and physics. For the students of science, there are many topics of science-related things. So if you know English, you can read and understand these topics very clearly. But if you don't know English language, you will never understand these informations. And I have some literary books of English, like the Norton Anthology of American Literature. So in this book, there are a lot of things of American literature. I have some books of world literature. So there are a lot of information of the world, and these are in English. So you can uh, learn all the languages of the world, but if you learn English, you can get all the informations of any civilization, any nation, any culture. So you need English. It's an advantage of learning English language. Another advantage is in your professional life. So if you want to get a good profession, like if you want to study in medical or engineering, or if you want to be a researcher, most of the topics, sorry, not most of the topics, all the topics are in English. So it's an advantage of English. If you are able to read, write, speak, and listen English fluently, it will be easy for you to study in medical, engineering, or in researching. And for professional life, you can go abroad for a good profession, or you can find also a good profession in your own country, because there is a demand for communication in multinational or international or even on national industrial um, um, companies. So it's another advantage of English in our professional life. So that's all. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Inayat Kabir. And you have set some example with that's been real objects, and you have already shown us English books, different kinds of English literature book, and your subjective base, that's been physics and chemistry book that's written in English. You know that all higher studies books are written in English. And if you want to make them understand, you should know English language. Without having English language, you wouldn't be able to understand and you wouldn't be able to explain. So you should be skilled in English language. And you have also mentioned scholarship. Yes, I know. American Embassy, every year they provide some scholarship for students, grade 9 and 10 students across the world. But you should have you should have been skilled in English, and you should have some activities in English language. Then you will apply and they will choose and they will provide. And all expenditure provide from American Embassy. That's a good good for students. If you get chance to travel and you will learn exchanging, that's been more than 60 or more than 80 and more than 100 country students, they will get to meet each other and they will share their new views and opinions. In this way, you will expand your knowledge. But if you don't know English language, you won't get the opportunity. At the same time, if you have got so much knowledge and but you will get, that's mean language skills. But if you have got huge marks, but you don't get, because getting good marks is not the stable situation and it's not a condition. Main condition to speak in English. Understand? And you will try, and if you try and if you have some activities, then you will send your CV to the authority. The authority will choose you, okay, and stick to and glue to, and until you won't stop your journey at any cost. You will try. In this year, in this year, a student from Ghaffurgan Islamic Government High School, his name is Shariful Islam. He has already got and he has already traveled. Understand? He has already traveled America from American Embassy opportunity. Understand? Okay. Now I'm going to give floor Tamim. Tamim, what you know, you can share your views and opinions before us.
Thank you, sir, for giving me this great opportunity. So, first of all, I will introduce myself and then I will describe about the given topic. So, hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum. My full name is Arafat Tamim, but you can call me Tamim. So, I read in class 9 at Ghaffurgan Islamic Government High School. So today's topic is advantage of English language. So English is an international language. English helps us to English helps us in communication, and if we want to go abroad, if we want to talk with foreign countries people, then we can easily talk to by this language. English also helps us to higher education. So and English and by and English helps us to get a good job. And if we know English, then we can able to speak with other people's if we can sorry sir, that's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. And never be afraid of speaking English. Okay, thank you very much. And carry on, and increase your speaking ability and increase your confidence, and then you will overcome all kinds of obstacles. Okay, now Salsabil Jarin Safar, you can continue. That's mean you will describe about your family.
Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum. I am Salsabil Zarin Sabha. I am in grade 3. The name of my school is Pudit Kindergarten Model School. Today I am going to Describe about my family. There are 5 members in my family. They are my father, my mother, my elder sister, and my grandmother. My father works in Ghafargan Islamia Government High School. He is a teacher. My mother's name is Mirza Iftiara Jahan Suma. She is a housewife and she teaches us and teaches me. My elder sister name is Mirza Nusra Jahin Zaina. She is a student. Her school name is Government Laboratory High School. My grandmother name is Nuna Har Begum. She lives with us. We are happy family. I love family very much.
Okay, thank you very much. And you have nicely explained about your family. Okay, and practice more and more. Okay, now I'm going to give opportunity to see something from his concept. His name is Shabab Noor. Shabab Noor, you can continue.
Okay, thank you very much, sir, for this opportunity. Please pardon me for turning off the camera as for personal reasons. Thank you very much for arranging the session and everyone for participating and delivering your views and speech so wonderfully. Now, my short introduction is I am 16 years old and I am in grade 11 of Mymensingh Government College, and I live at Gafragao in Mymensingh, but now I am living in Mymensingh. And my main ambition is to be an aeronautical engineer in future. Now, our today's topic is advantage of learning English. So I am privileged to have a chance to share my views about it. Now, in this modern globalized world, it is impossible to progress without communicating or sharing our ideas, because the main point of growth and development is to work together, share views, and communicate so that we can share ideas, learn from one another, and help each other grow collectively. So we all need a common language to communicate with, because different engineers in different countries, doctors, scientists, or intellectuals, they have different languages and they speak in different languages. So we need a common language that we all can understand. And here comes English to play the role of international or the global language, because 1 out of 5 people on earth can understand or speak in English. So communicating in English or sharing the knowledge is collectively good for most of the people. Now, as students, English helps us the most as it enables us to roam around a world of information and knowledge, as from the beginning we get access to journals, documentaries, and science reports which are published or televised in English. Because in our country or in our language, there aren't much research done, but in English or other international researches are done and published in that language. So if a student knows English and tries to wander across the world of information, he can gain a lot of knowledge and improve himself as a student. Because an international student has to gain skills and to be a global citizen. Communicating in English, gathering ideas, and sharing personal views also helps him to become a global citizen. Furthermore, as we progress in our student life, as we look forward to getting higher education, we all know that most books of higher education are written in English because they are mostly made by scientists or intellectuals in several languages. Some of them are Latin, they are English, they are French, but English is used for us and the rest of the world so that we can understand them easily. And later on, after finishing student life, when we go to our professional life, English is all the more important as in a professional life, many jobs require a good command of English. If a person or an employer has control over English and can present himself smartly. He can get well with co-workers, share his views, and also gain a better career and also a higher paid salary. So, in our student life and professional life, as well as our personal lives, English greatly helps us advance and keep up with the modern world. So I think that English does have huge advantages that we all should explore, and we must not stop no matter what, and we must improve ourselves in speaking and understanding English. Thank you very much for your patience for listening to me. It was a great moment. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, Shabab Noor. You have very nicely explained on the topics. But mind it, you have already experienced to speak in English very fluently. But you're learning English since your childhood, and you were joined with me 2019 and 2020 during COVID situation, and still now you are working with me, and you have already experienced, and your speaking style so much different. And now I'd like to inform those who are watching my live program. If your guardian, if you have son and daughter, try to teach your son and daughter to speak in English. Mind it, if you don't help them to learn to speak in English, your son and daughter coming future will face a lot of problems. English is a tool. The tools, if you use, you will get huge opportunities home and abroad. Not only abroad, but also in our country. A lot of job sector, there must be required to speak in English. If you want to get a 5-star hotel, but if you don't have any proficiency in English, you won't be selected. Though you have good qualification, good certificate, good marks, but you will be left out. But mostly higher job sectors, highly paid job sectors must be known English and another skill, ICT. So, dear guardians, please, you will encourage your son and daughter to speak in English. And those who students, especially honors and masters, I would like to request you that please try to learn English language and change yourself. Only general concept and general way, you won't get good job. But mind it, if you have skill in English language, if you have proficiency in English language, you will get huge opportunities in your career and in after completing your education. Otherwise not. And outside country, without having English language proficiency, you won't do, and you won't get a single opportunity. Understand? And as far as I know, all over the country in the world, English demanding increasing and increasing. Every country, those who are lagging behind, they try to their students how to develop their speaking skill in English, and they work collaboratively. They share with their students, other country students, to speak in English. I also did the same works, and I also work with the countries, more than 14 countries with their students. So, my dear learners, I would like to request you that try to learn language. Learning language is not so much difficult. You are living in 21st century. You have got and you have already provided huge opportunity, but you are using cell phone. But you never use the cell phone. You never use internet positive way. If you go to use YouTube channel, you will get huge video clips for learning English. At first, you will listen, then you will try to speak, and then you will record your voice. Understand? No one needs for your correctification. You will record your voice, then you will listen, and you will have understood what kind of mistakes you have already made. But I suggest you that never be afraid of making mistakes. Mistake is a blessing for you. Mistake is a part of education. And in this platform, you are using and you will be skilled coming future. Those who are thinking that I will learn English and I will be able to speak in English when I will grow, but it's so much difficult for you. But I suggest you that you should start your journey from in the stage. If you start your journey next or coming future, you will get free and you wouldn't be face a lot of problems. But after completing your education, honors, masters, then you will decide you will learn English. It's too much difficult for you, and you wouldn't get your goal. Understand? And as long as English and ICT both are skill based, you will try to focus on how to be skilled in English language. Mind it, if you will become skilled person, you will be honored home and abroad. Understand? And if you're skilled in English, I challenge you that you never face a lot of problems and you never be afraid. Our students, most of the students can't speak very fluently in English. Why? Because they never try to speak in English something a little bit every day. They make afraid and their surroundings is not suitable for you. But mind it, you have to break out and you have to come out. Understand? No one helps you to reach your goal, but you have to reach your goal by yourself. Now I would like to conclude here. Dear learners, you have already participated with me cordially and thank you very much. Next session, you will participate and new topics we'll discuss. Thank you, everyone. And thank you for joining the session. Mind it?
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Understand? And you will advance yourself. Never listen other persons, those who are trying to lag behind. Okay, Allah Hafiz. See you next week.